Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the Black Mamba LS-05 Ancient Leader. This is a upscale, slightly modified version of the Studio Series Leader class Grimlock. So for context, I got the Studio Series Age of Extinction Optimus Prime, which, holy peak figure. And I was like, man, I really want a Grimlock to go with this guy. Tell me why Studio Series is like the same height as him. I'm like, that doesn't do Grimlock justice. You know what I mean? Like, he like this tall, or like something like that. Like, bro, no. Oh. So I had to get the now biggest figure in my collection. Yeah, he's bigger than Menasor and Jetfire. So, yeah, I don't have a lot of space. But this guy did not come in any, like, packaging like how the Hasbro figures do. It was literally a cardboard box, duct taped and bubble wrapped on the inside to holy hell. There is a picture on screen now, so you'll see what I'm talking about. And the instructions was just inside on the bottom, just chilling. Well, this guy was pristinely packed in some bubble wrap, but the box was like it was like 3 layers of black duct tape, and there was a fragile sticker on the side. I'm like, what? I took it on my mailbox. I'm like, what the hell is this? What? Yeah. Anyway, here is Grimlock in his Dino mode. I'm starting in Dino mode because I want to, because it's my channel. You know, like, it's my video. Like, you're not gonna complain about it because I'm doing the video, and you can't say no. I'm kidding. I'm just starting in Dino mode because I just feel like that makes more sense to do. But yeah. So here's Grimlock in his Dino mode. Just for reference, I'm just gonna turn him. This is him all the way to the side. Bro is long. Like, look at his tail. Hold up. It's a long ass freaking thing, bro. And this bitch is sharp too. And G1 Prime just freaking fell. This guy just likes to fight me like 24/7 while he's on my freaking shelf, or not shelf, my freaking desk over here, bro. Like, you're made to be a desk bot. Do your job. Holy kahuna. But yeah, Grimlock is absolutely humongous, bro. Like, this is the biggest figure I own for a reason. Here he is from the front. From the side, as you already saw. From, oh geez, from the this thing. And then, oh, whatever. And then from the other side, which I already saw that. And the bottom, which doesn't look all that bad. And the top. Don't mind that thing that just fell over. I'll talk about like everything when I get there, but this guy has a lot of die-cast metal in him. So for example, his toes in robot mode here, those are die-cast. This freaking crotch plate is freaking die-cast, bro. I'm pretty sure this tongue is die-cast. What else? There's like this piece right here, I'm pretty sure also die-cast. That's on his shoulder. His chest, I know for sure, because that shit is hard. Well, his chest, but this is like his spine right now. But yeah, a lot of die-cast metal on this guy, and he's very, very heavy. So I don't know how I'm gonna do the details segment here, but I'm gonna give him my best shot. So bringing him in close, so you can see all this nice detail running along this side there, and he does look quite good. And the dry brushing on this guy is just absolutely immaculate. Looks absolutely great. Same on this side. Well, actually a little different because it's the way he transforms, but yeah. So due to the way he transforms in a Dino mode, this is his back hip skirt, or like dress piece or whatever the hell. This does not like to stay up. It will start falling and falling and falling over time, and I keep having to do this. You'll see it like stay up for a while, but then it'll just see this gap. It's not supposed to be that far down. But yeah. Oh well. Articulation wise. Oh good lord. His little dino arms here are on ball joints, so you can get these to move like that. His mouth can open up here like so, and his tongue on the inside here is on a hinge. So you can move that up and down if you want to. like so. His tail doesn't really move that much, and neither does like his whole head section here. But the feet, you do have, oh good lord, you do have outward ratchets. I'm not gonna go all the way out because that's gonna be really hard to get back in. And they do go up about that far. They do go back that far. You don't get any kind of swivel anywhere, and the toes can go up. That's about it. But yeah. Oh my gosh. I must be sweating during this review. I'm gonna bring him over here so we can do some comparisons. Here he is with Jetfire. You're not even gonna be able to see Jetfire. Holy crap. Jetfire just down here. Yeah, there he is with Jetfire. Here he is with Age of Extinction Galvatron. I'll just put him back here because you can see him better. This is the Studio Series Galvatron. Here he is with the only other movie Dinobot in my collection, which I want to get the upscale of this guy. Of this guy too soon. The Age of Extinction, or Last Night, sorry, the Last Night Voyager Scorn. Which the upscale of this, I think, is so freaking awesome, and I really want it, but it's like sold out everywhere. And then, last but not least, oh shit, Scorn just fell. He just quit life. Oh my gosh. Last but not least, here he is with the Studio Series Age of Extinction Optimus Prime. And I love the way these two scale. And it's not perfect, but it's also not horrendously bad, like regular Studio Series Grimlock would have been with this guy. So there you go. As for accessories, one of them is already on him. His tail becomes the staff here, so we'll leave it like that. The other rest of his accessories we're going to save for robot mode. So with that being said, let's get into transformation. So first off, you do have to do a bit of parts forming. These side neck pieces here are just going to pop right off like so. There's this little tab on the inside that's going to go into this slot on the side of the neck. So just take those off and put them off to the side like so. Then you want to come to the tail here. I like moving this down out the way. You're going to come under here, untab this, and just slide this out. And then you're going to put this entire long freaking thing off to the side. Bring that back up. And now we can begin the transformation. So I did follow the instructions. And the first time I did that, it was an absolutely horrendous transformation. So I figured I'd do it like my own way to kind of get it easier. I'm going to back up just a little bit here and bring the camera up because he gonna get a little tall. Let's go forward too. So first thing you want to do here is you want to come to his mouth and just split this open. Come to the tongue section here and just take this out. Also parts forming, but there's a place for it in the robot mode, but we'll talk about that when we get there. This piece, the lower jaw here, going to bring down and then flip it up, and it will collapse against this section here, which will become the arm. Then you're going to take the dino head. Oh, I forgot to talk about something. Let me hold on. Let me just do this real quick. Let me just do something real quick. Yeah. Okay, so we're not doing transformation yet. I literally completely forgot to do this. So if you open the mouth, you see all this now want to fight me because I forgot to do this. If you open the mouth here, right? And you look underneath, there's that little white button right there. And if you press that, you get some sick LEDs there. And that looks absolutely awesome to me. I love the LEDs on this guy. They look freaking great. The only thing, these buttons, they don't like to stay pushed. For some reason, like you push them and then it'll like go on. Now it doesn't want to do it because the camera's on, because it did it once. Now it's perfect. But yeah, and it is on both sides, and it kind of lights up the inner throat too, which is pretty cool. So yeah, now we can get to transformation. So turn the LEDs off, split the jaw like I said, close the mouth, flip this up and in, and then you're gonna take the top head here, bring this back and collapse it on that section right there. Then take the dino arms and just put them next to that piece. Actually, I forgot. Before you do that, wow, I'm messing up so much. Before you put, ow, I just freaking cut my finger. Before you put this head down, move the thumb out of the way here, and then just bring out his arm, and then you can collapse the dino head, which will become his shoulder. And then extend this out, and this hinge right here is going to connect the rest of the arm, like so, and then rotate this around. I like bringing it all the way out because it just makes life easier for me. And then just, you know, put the thumb away like so. So you already have one arm done there. Now we can do the legs. So legs, first thing you want to do, you want to come to these side sections here and just going to extend these out like so. Then you're going to come to this back heel section, flip this down, and then rotate the entire foot around like so. Then you're going to bring this knee piece down. Sorry about that. My dad called even though I told him not to fucking bug me. But anyway, bring this knee piece down here. So then you can come to the second knee joint he has and just bend it like so. And then come to this hinge and bring this up until it clicks into place, or kind of foops into place. And then you can straighten this out. I leave that down for now, but you know, and then come to this panel and bring that up like so. And this piece doesn't really like tab in, so this will probably just fly down whenever, or while you're transforming the leg. So just do that. And then the second leg is the exact same process. So there you go. Then once you have that, you can kind of like stand them up in this weird like kaiju zombie thing looking pose. Like, it just looks so weird to me, but it's low-key funny. Anyway, then you're going to come to the sides of the legs here and unclip them from there, and then untab them from the side. There's a little tab that's going to go into a slot right there. So just do that. Same here, unclip and pull out. Then we're going to bring, so how this works when you're going into dyno mode is when you get the legs like this, you're gonna bend this section forward, and then this armature that the legs are on is gonna stay the same. So when you're going into robot mode, you just bring this back up. Now before we do that, I'm gonna bring this arm here up and out the way, and then you're gonna rotate his waist like that. And then, so when I first got this guy and I was doing the dyno transformation, I could not get this entire leg part to work. It was really pissing me off. So anyway, what you're going to do here is now this tab is going to go into a slot inside the leg there. So just do that, clip it in, do that, and then clip it in like so. And now I can let go of him because, oh my gosh, I'm sweating. So how this is going to work here, there's these two little notches right here. They're going to go into slots in there. And I recommend you do both at the same time. Kind of get them in there like that. And then back here, you're going to make sure. Oh, shit. Come on. Oh my God. When you get one in, the other one wants to come out. There you go. So once you get that, come back here, and then you see this connection, just clip that together like so. So now you take these side pieces here and flare them out. That'll let you get the legs out here, and you can position them however you want. Get these side hip skirt pieces out all the way, and then you can just bring that the centerpiece down, and then you can take these knee pauldrons here and stick them out. I'm breathing so heavy, oh my God. All right, then you want to come back here to this piece, just flatten these out, and then bring this down like so. Then what you want to do, once you get all this situated, just position it however you like. Can this thing go up anymore? No. Shit. I'll just do this. You're gonna come to this center section here. Bring this out like so. Flip this section around, and then bring this back up, and then tab it back in there, just like so. So now his head is out. Then you want to flip up his little head spike here, just like so. Now we're going to come to this hand. So what you want to do here is you want to take his thumb, open it up, and then take this piece here and just flip it up like that so it's sitting on the shoulder like that. Then you want to take these two side panels, which are going to form the second faux dyno head here, and there's a tab right here that's going to go into a slot on this one. And also, I'm pretty sure the inside of these are made out of die-cast metal too, so just a whole lot of heftiness on this guy. He has a job to do, so bring these up and connect them like so. And that's all the hard parts of the transformation done. This arm is probably the easiest thing out of everything, if I'm being honest. Like, once you get to the chest and then this arm, that's probably the easiest shit. All of this afterwards is so fucking tough because of how heavy he is. But anyway, bring the thumb back in, bring the arm down here, rotate it around like so. I bring it up. What you're going to do here is you're going to take this tail piece here, and this is going to just like to kind of swoop into this arm section here. So just do that, and it'll all connect in there. And then you'll take the tip of the tail and just bring it out like so. And there you have Grimlock in his robot mode. So I had to adjust the camera to get him like in a somewhat good place in the frame, even though all of him is not in frame. Oh man, this guy is absolutely humongous. But yeah, just peep the size. Like, holy crap. I have to do the freaking the new Volkswagen Bumblebees review after this. And it's gonna feel so much better being closer to the desk and being like this right up to my face. But oh my gosh, I'm literally so far away from my desk right now. Like, I can barely even reach him. I have to like hunch forward and be talking into my phone to even like get a hold of him. But yeah. So there's one last thing that I do want to address. For me, I'm not gonna do this only when he's on display because I won't be moving him. But you can take the dyno tongue, right, and you can put it where it was in the dyno mode. But you just bring this off and open this up. You can see the two tabs where it was, and then these slots. Bring this up here. What I like to do to make it work even more is just use the jaw joint, and then tab this in like so. Collapse it up, all like that. And I also, because of the tongue's freaking material, it weighs this side of the arm down. So also have to hook it up to the freaking dyno arms just to keep it in place. Like I said, I'm not going to do that like generally only when he's on display because of how it affects the arm. But because when he's on display, I have him holding his staff and his arms up like this. So yeah. But anyway, I'm going to take it out because I'm not going to deal with that during the whole review or the rest of the review at least. But yeah, he is a hefty boy. So bringing him in close here so you can take a look at all of this nice detail. He looks so cool. Like, this guy is absolutely fan-freaking-tastic. The arms here. I like the asymmetry of the arms. That's pretty cool. Going down to his legs. You can see my hand shaking. Yeah. And then I'll go ahead and turn him around here to the back so you can get a good view of all of this. So there you go. My God, I am struggling. Articulation wise, the head is on a ball joint. He can't really look up unless you use the transformation joint, but then that kind of like kills the illusion there. He can look down like so, and you do get some tilt in him as well if you want it, and he can look side to side there, so that is pretty dope. I do wish that this the hinge that his head like section is on was a little tighter, because when I'm moving him around, this thing likes to go all sorts of which ways. So yeah, the arms they're all on ratchets, so they can go up about that far, back pretty much all the way. You do get a swivel at the arm here. You do get a elbow joint, like right there. At this hand, because of the way it transforms, you don't get any wrist swivel. And the fingers, they do open up, but not that much. So the thumb is on the ball joint here. So you can do whatever you want with that. But these fingers, or the pinky and his pointer, pretty much, because he only got 3 fingers, but whatever, are on hinges and they only go out that far. But his middle finger is on its like own thing and can go up all the way, which is pretty weird. But yeah. And then he can fold all that down. The other hand has better articulation. So this hand, it's all the same stuff in the arm and the shoulder here, but again, thumb on ball joint, and then each finger here is on its own individual hinge, and they can open up all the way. And he's also got slots in his hands here for his weapons, by the way, but I probably won't use those in the video because the staff, when he's holding the staff, it don't even touch the ground. He does have a waist joint here, so he can move side to side. Oh god, the legs. You can move the hip skirts out of the way here to accommodate the legs. They can go up that far, back. Oh, his leg just came undone. Back about that far, out. Dear Lord, about that far. Yeah, you hear all that clicking? Shit. The knees, they are on 2 joints, but the joint for the robot mode is this one. And you do get about 90 degrees of bend there. This is really heavy. But you can use that second joint if you want to. There's a swivel here at the thigh, and then the toe is on a ball joint. So you can go up, down, rotate it, and then you can use this toe joint if you want. That's the transformation joint, so... Yeah, I'm literally sweating doing this. This is actually so bad. But yeah. So now, he also has an LED feature in his robot mode. So if we turn his head around here, his whole body around, you can look back here. You can see this little red button there on the back of his head. You push that, turn this sucker around, and boom! Some nice bright red LEDs there for you. So that is pretty cool. Accessory wise, we already talked about the tongue. He comes with his hand mace thing here, which is pretty disproportionate with the spikes, but hey, like the spikes are kind of all over the place. And you can't hold this, so you just want to open this panel here. There is no place for this to store on the dyno mode. That's why I didn't like talk about it much. And the hand, how you want to have it oriented here is just make sure the thumb is straight down the hand like that. And then what this is going to do is just, it's going to cusp over the hand here like so. And there's a cutout for the wrist. You can see right there. So once you get that done, you just flip up. You guys can't even see that. You can just flip up the panel here, and then he can have his hand mace. So that is pretty cool. I don't display him with it, but it is cool. Then for his other one, actually, I'm just going to position him here real quick. Just bring up the shoulder and the arm. And oh, also this wrist has a swivel. I forgot to mention that. My bad. And then I'm going to get him in his pose because then we're going to do comparisons. How I usually pose him is like this on my shelf with his staff in hand, but without the hand mace. So we're going to bring in the things we took off earlier here, this staff piece, and you're going to want to do is you want to flip this out like so. Then you want to come to these, and this little tab right here, just flip down. Same with this one. And then what we're going to want to do, you can see there's slots here, here, or just that one there, and then these two right there. So you're going to take one of these and line up. There's these 2 tabs right here, and then the 2 slots, and you're just going to line those up. So tab those on if they want to go on. Sometimes they don't want to go on. Why? Because the camera's on. Oh my god. Okay, I'm going to do it behind the camera real quick because it's just easier for me. Because my arms are also getting tired. Oh wait, no, this is the wrong one. It's not, you got to like fiddle with both of them just to see which one fits in the respective spot. Wait, no, that was the right one. What am I talking about? It's just not going on. Wait, no, it's not. This isn't the right one. This one goes here. Okay, I got one of them. So when it's on, or when you get one of them on, it should look something like that. And then when you get it on, you want to take these spike sections here and just flip these out like so, and then put the other one on in the same way as the first one. Just put that on there. And when it's all said and done, you should have his giant freaking bludgeon mace things handle. You can open the hands here. And like I said, tab, slot in hand, but because how I display them, if you do that, his staff won't touch the ground all the way. You can see if I'm gonna slot the staff in the hand first, and then I'll show you. So you can see right there, it won't touch the ground all the way, so I just make it touch the ground and then stand it in his hand like so, and then close the hand just like that. And now he has his his staff. Yay! The only thing he's missing is his tongue. No, I'm kidding. Yeah. Also, PT Dubs, peep the freaking paintwork, or like the scuffing on this tongue. And I just dropped it. Yeah, it does look pretty cool. So anyway, for comparisons here, let's actually do him right there. Even though you're gonna be able to see like half of these guys, but I'm just gonna do it anyway. So lower the camera just a bit. So here he is with Siege Jetfire. Like I said, Menasor and Jetfire are pretty much eye to eye. Now look at this guy. Oh man. Next, here he is with Galvatron. Here he is with the Voyager Scorn. And finally, here he is with Age of Extinction Optimum Price. Why he looked the smallest one? Oh man. So there you go. So there you have it. There is the Transformers, or actually, my bad. I'm so used to saying Transformers Studio Series. There is the Black Mamba LS-05 Ancient Leader, the upscaled Studio Series Age of Extinction Grimlock, and this is one of my top 5 favorite figures of the year. I'm pretty sure he'll be on top 10 this year. This guy is absolutely fun. He's fun to mess with, even though he's heavy, because it's literally just the engineering of a Studio Series figure, but bigger. You know what I'm saying? Like, literally the only not fun part about him is how heavy he is. Like I said, when I first got this guy, I was having so much trouble getting the legs to like do their thing in robot mode. So this was almost a nightmare transformation for me, the way Masterpiece Ratchet is, because I don't like transforming NPM Ratchet, for those who don't know. But after I like was able to get around it and do my own thing, and instead of doing what the instructions do, which is what I usually follow, it was easy to figure out. But yeah, this guy is absolutely awesome. He is the biggest figure in my collection by a long shot, and I literally had to take down, because I have shelves up in my room, and it goes Bumblebee movie, and then the Gamer Edition stuff, and then Rise of the Beasts, right, and then TF1, and then I had a Beast Wars 2 shelf, and it had Magmatron and Lyle Convoy, Nemesis Lyle Convoy, and Tasmanian Kid on it. I had to take that shelf down and make it an Age of Extinction and Last Night display, because this guy doesn't fit on my bed. He does fit there, but he doesn't fit on the top shelf of my bed. So now Magmatron is the biggest figure on that display, because how I wanted to do was have all the commander classes on their own shelf. Like Jetfire, he's on the wall on some thumbtacks, and then Magmatron will have his own shelf, Menasor has his own shelf, and Armada Prime has his own shelf. But this guy is just too big. So it's like not happening. And plus, Magmatron, I'm pretty sure, is the smallest commander class. But even then, I would want Armada Prime on a shelf more than him. So, yeah. But now I'm just rambling. So yeah, solid 9 out of 10 figures. Not perfect, but solid 9 out of 10. 9.5. I'll give him 9.5. But with that being said, thank you all so much for watching this video. If you like what you see, go hit that like button down below. If you want to see more from my channel, go hit that subscribe button down below. And thank you all so much for watching this video. And I'll catch you all in the next Raise Gaming Core video. Peace out, everyone.